Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing good. Today's lecture is about another play which is Waiting for Godot. It was written by Samuel Beckett. He was a Nobel Prize winner in literature. So let's begin our lecture with the brief introduction of the author or playwright, who is Samuel Beckett. He was born in 1906 and died in 1989. He was an Irish playwright, novelist, poet, and winner of the 1969 Nobel Prize in Literature. He wrote mainly in English and French. Samuel Beckett, the Irish playwright, theatre director, novelist, and poet, is one of the most influential writers of the 20th century. Some of the key facts about this play is are sorry the title is, as I've already told you, is Waiting for Godot. It is symbolic and we will discuss its symbolism later. The author is Samuel Beckett. uh, the original French text was composed between 9 October 1948 and 29 January 1949. It's a play. It was originally written in French. Its genre is tragic comedy and absurd fiction. Setting, the time period of the play is unclear, and the place it talks about is a country road near a leafless tree. So let's move forward to the historical context of the theater of absurd. Theater of absurd refers to a literary movement in drama popular throughout European countries from the 1940s to approximately 1989. Absurdist playwrights adhere to the theories of French Algerian philosopher Albus Camus. In particular, his essay The Myth of Sisyphus, published in 1942. In this essay, Camus introduced his philosophy of the absurd, in which he argues that man's quest for meaning and truth is a futile endeavor. Next slide is about absurdity of existence. Waiting for God is a prime example of absurd play. The term absurd was first used by Albert Camus in his famous work The Myth of Sisyphus. This play reflects the absurdist position of the post World War II. Martin Esslin, in his book, described the theater of absurd as claims that the Waiting for Godot does not tell a story, it explores a static situation. Existentialism. Waiting for Godot is a highly celebrated existential play. Existential philosophy says that we human beings simply exist in a world that does not have any overarching moral order or meaning. We are not essentially good or bad, we are what we make of ourselves, what we think of ourselves, and we are what we choose to believe. Questions such as life, death, and the meaning of human existence at the place of God in that existence are among them. The theories of existentialism assert that conscious reality is very complex and without an objective or universally known value. All the four characters of Waiting for Godot, which are Estragon, Vladimir, Lucky, and Pozo, discuss the problems of existence and also questions their own existence in an absurd way. As it shows in the play that they are waiting for an unknown person called Godot. At an unknown place, all of them suffer from meaninglessness, isolation, and frustration. As it happens, no Godot comes, but ironically, a messenger boy comes who informs that Godot will not come. And these characters become fed up of the waiting repeatedly. The word waiting is universalized in the play, which is an essential feature of any existential play. There are several existentialist elements present throughout the play, and one is very evident in Estragon's words. Nothing happens, nothing comes, nothing goes, it's awful. Uh, Now, I want to mention the character's name, which we are going to discuss further. The characters are Vladimir, Estragon, Pozo, Lucky, and a boy. These are the characters representation of the play. Um, for the detailed explanation, I will discuss them in the next lecture. So that was all for today. Thank you.